ones here again. Today for you, some Grand Theft Auto 5 online gameplay, and today we're going to be riding around in the Rhino tank. So right now I'm going to be calling Pegasus to actually have him drop off my Rhino tank, and I wanted to show this part just so people know I didn't just break into Fort Zancuda and steal the tank that way, that I actually own the tank legitimately. If you're looking to own a tank legitimately in Grand Theft Auto 5 online and be able to use it whenever you feel like it, one, you're going to need to be level 70 even to drive it. That's a thing. And two, you're going to need $1.5 million to actually be able to purchase the tank, which I have met both requirements in that regard. So now I have a tank that I can call in. You call Pegasus, they drop it off at the nearest drop-off station. I go and pick it up, and then bam, I'm in the tank. And it should be noted, these two people right here, Dropping Stuns and Solid M, they're both on my friends list, I believe, but they weren't my party. And so I'm like, I'll just leave those guys alone. They're not hurting nobody. Well, they decide after they see me in a tank that they want to try and hurt me later on. So, we're going to be getting them later on in the video. But, we're going to be talking about the Rhino tank here in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. This thing is the closest thing to God mode that I've seen in the game so far. You are literally a god if you are driving around in a Rhino tank in a PvP style environment. The only things I have found that can stop the tank so far are, one, attack helicopters that have rockets on them, because while the tank, you are ridiculously powerful on the ground, like you are nearly unstoppable on the ground, the main cannon of the tank does not go up and does not fare very well when trying to take out aerial targets. It just doesn't. So the only thing I've found so far that can actually take out this tank would be a helicopter, and of course helicopters are easy to take down with a skilled sniper. So it's all powerful on the ground. Other than helicopters, it would be police officers, right? You end up shooting somebody, right? That gets you your 1-star 1 level. All of a sudden the cop rolls up, then the cop bumps into you. Well, little do they know that if anything touches the tank, it like spontaneously combusts, right? If you try to run into anything while with the tank, it will just blow up. Not the tank, but the other thing. You will blow up everything if you are driving this tank. It is ridiculously powerful. You can clothesline people, which we're about to show you guys right now. This is Foxhound. He was just standing there, and I was just like clotheslining him for the fun of it. That is what can happen. You know, let's say, look at this fire truck. The fire truck gets in my way. I throw it in the air. That is how powerful the tank is. This is what the tank does. It is an all-powerful piece of machinery, and the only thing that ever stops me is a helicopter or a 4-star wanted level. And you have to be pretty careful when you're driving around a tank. I'm going to talk about that pretty soon as to why you need to be very careful and why it's probably actually a bad idea for you to use the tank. But for the time being, we're going to continue talking. Look at Foxhound get that triple feed right there in the kill feed. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get some kills myself now. I think there's one more over here I just ended up missing. I found that when you decide to go on these tank rampages, oftentimes people just start spawning up in passive because it's not even worth it trying to take on a tank. And look at that, the way the GTA 5 online spawn system works, these guys spawned right behind me, and I'm in a tank and they're on foot wearing their flip-flops and short shorts, you know? Like, they're not going to do much against a tank. If you've used the tank online, you are an all-powerful entity. I'm going to let you know that right now. But now it's time to show the actual destructive power, I should say, of the tank against other vehicles. So right here, I find this guy. I realize he's in passive mode. I'm like, that's smart fella. That's smart fella. 'Cause I was just running around this building, basically spawn killing people at that point. And I decide we're going to go on an actual rampage. The rampage being against police officers. You know, show the destructive power of the tank. I just kind of roll over people and they spontaneously combust. Now, this is actually not the greatest thing in the world, this destructive power of the tank, because the more you do it to actual players, the more of a bad sport you are. You may have seen that you getting rewards for being a good sport, or them talking about you'll get rewards if you're a good sport. Well, there's also bad sports in GTA 5 Online. How you become a good sport is you just do not destroy other people's vehicles. If you want to become a bad sport, you do destroy other people's vehicles. If you are a bad sport, you are going to get in lobbies with other bad sports, which is not a good thing. That is where the social degenerate, the trolls, the worst people on the game, those are lobbies filled with those people. Right, you don't want to go in there. Those are the kind of lobbies where they'll be standing outside your spawn point with a can of gasoline and a lighter. You don't want that. You want to go play at the good sports where, you know, you're just driving down, you picture it, you know, you're cruising down the beach in the sunset there, you're riding your motorcycles, doing jumps up in the hills, or playing golf at the country club, those are where the good sports play. Those are the good sport lobbies where things aren't intense. If you get into a bad sport lobby, it's awful. Everyone in there is like level 100 and their entire sole purpose is to destroy each other. It's like carnage and deathmatch and pain and agony and suffering, and I don't think I'm going to use a tank anymore. Because after 1 or 2 tank rampages, I'm already classified as a bad sport, and I get into lobbies with other bad sports. And other bad sports, they're not fun people. They're the kind of people that as soon as you spawn in, they're flying at you on their motorcycles with, like, sticky bombs in their hand and trying to blow you and everything you own up. Like, it is chaos. And I kind of find that GTA 5 Online is a lot more fun when you and your friends are just kind of rolling down the highway together and occasionally ganging up on one person, if that one person still happens to come close enough to you guys. That's what I like to do. I don't like it when everyone is like so committed to murdering everybody. So, buying the tank, it's fun. It's 1.5 million. You can get it from the Warstock website on your phone within the game. It's a fun vehicle, but I would not recommend it because you'll become a bad sport. Unless maybe if you don't destroy people's cars. But some people drive at you in their cars, you might as well just blow up the car. Why not? But you become a bad sport, and therefore I don't think I'm going to use tank very much. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Really reading where you guys will be deserves. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
I was banging 7 grand rocks, that's how I roll. I got one gear.